Hello everyone, welcome to How to Draw with me, Calpin Kingsley. I'm a professional comic book artist, and you know, if there's one question that I get more than any other, it's it's not really repeatable on the channel, but if there's two questions that I get more than any other, it's how many years have you been a comic book artist, because your artwork looks so good. I've been a comic book artist for over 400 years, and then the next question after they ask that is which is the most famous comic book character that you either co-created or created? And the answer is always the same: Spider-Man. Yeah, a lot of people will tell you, including Wikipedia, Marvel and Stan Lee, will tell you that Stan Lee co-created and created Spider-Man, yeah? But actually, it was actually Calpin Kingsley, and that's me. So I am really probably the best person to tell you how to draw Spider-Man, because, well, really no one knows Spider-Man better than I do, arguably. So I'm currently drawing his fingers here, like this, and there's his famous web-slinging pose. And of course, Spider-Man has the proportional strength of a spider. That's one of the core attributes that I wrote into him. Yeah, I'm not only am I a comic book artist, I'm also a comic book writer, guys. So that's really was my main contribution for the Spider-Man character. And just drawing his rib cage here, you can see kind of some of the ribs showing through his costume, and then a little bit of shading for the rib cages, and then a little bit of thick shading line around here to show where the shadow's coming from, like that. And now his legs, spindly legs of course, because he is the Spider-Man, like so. His knee, his almost knobbly knee, if you will, like that. And then his kind of rectum or bum is sticking out a little bit, his midriff there. And now one of his feet, like that. So it's kind of curved back, and he looks very athletic. That's one of the main kind of things that I wanted to bring to the table with Spider-Man, because at the time there were no male comic book characters. They're all females, and I wanted to bring a manly, spindly character into the comic book world. And did I achieve that? I absolutely did. To this day, he is one of the most popular characters that Marvel have. I sold the rights to Spider-Man a long time ago now, and yeah, just really happy that I did that, because of course, who's heard of him now? He's a very unknown character, but if you're tuning into this video, obviously you'll have some kind of interest in him. So we're now going to draw the face, like so, and draw some lips on him, like that, and then the rest of his face. That's his eyes, his famous eyes. Now draw his famous teeth, like so. And because his mouth is so wide, we're going to be able to see that dangly thing in the mouth, like that. And now we need to draw the webbing all over his costume, like this. So it can get a bit boring, so I'm just basically going to do that there, and then like that there, like that, see? And then draw a spider logo in the middle of his chest, like that. Right, there you go. And then more webbing just all around his costume, like that. There you go. And then this bit here is going to be blue, so more webbing there. And then his feet, legs, whatever you want to call them, I mean the feet really, will have webs on like this. And now we get to add some webbing on his fingers. Now we get to have some fun and add some colour to the image. So we're going to add blue and red, which is the traditional Spider-Man colours. So first of all, his face, bit of red. We'll leave his lips for now, because we don't want it to clash with the red, of course. We don't want it to be just one big block of colour. And then red, his pecs, and pick up some of the shading, or highlights I suppose they would be, on his fingers and overall limbs. Of course, with interesting recent news, Spider-Man, Sony recently agreed to make a film, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe writes for the character, and then some of the ribcage detailing, and then just some kind of block colouring here, like that. So I recently was asked to draw Spider-Man. This is why I draw him. And now we finish image with some blue colourings, like this, on the legs, like that, and this other leg, like that. And then just some, you don't want to, as I say, do big block of colour because that looks really cool. Finally, I'm actually just going to add a little bit of pink for his mouth to give it just that bit of depth that it really needs. And that is perfect. I'm just finally going to add one more detail, just a bit of web from his hand, like this. And it's finished. That is how you draw Spider-Man. Actually, no, just a bit of highlighting there, and around there, and around there, the ribcage area. That is it. That is how you draw the Spider-Man, the amazing Spider-Man. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Calpin Kingsley. Your name has been whatever your name is. Michael Jamieson is an avid fan of this video. No way affiliated with him. A lot of comments indicate that I am. Thank you for watching How to Draw.